Alright, here we are, Zoo Zoo Zoo. It's the Blue and the Gray event, hosted by 42nd PA. I'm Lt.terkoiz with the 9th Corps, Zoo Zoo Zoo. Let's look at what's happening. We got CSA, we got HL, we got Captain Acorn here. CQB, you got No Dunk. I don't see who else is leading that, maybe perhaps just them. We got First Lieutenant Jerry leading IB. You got Jam and Gene here. You got 2 guys on battery from CQB. And 3 guys from battery on 2 guys from battery from HL, 1 from HD there. From CQB, I mean, sorry. For the Union on 9th New York Company A, Zuzuzu, you got Mattis and you got Lewis leading that. Hell yeah. For Company B, you've got First Lieutenant Oji Bui. My god, I'm not good at reading, but we got from First Stellar, we got First Lieutenant Harkin, and we got Joker leading a small line of 9th Corps. And it looks like the imbalance is pretty crazy here. It looks like there's a Union imbalance this time around. We've got a whole 8 more guys. Joker's leading here tonight. Uncle Dragon behind. And this is Hill's counterattack. Interestingly enough, the meta looks like it's shifting to the left right now. The meta for the Union usually is somewhere over in this corner. When you have a lot of men though, you try to hide it from the battery as much as you can behind this defilade on this other side of the fence. So we'll see what a far left push from the smaller server pop will do on this map. Though I do believe giving up the high ground to the CSAs could potentially hurt the Union though. Though the CSA will have to come down the hill to take the point when they want to take the point. So perhaps when the CSA does make their move onto the point, Union will be able to move and do something about it. But right now, it's just a game of patience. And it looks like the first volley's about to go off here.
Gee, get the fuck out the way.
I don't see shit.
Alright, take aim. You're aiming straight for the chest. Steady.
Oh, good shooting. This is the first casualty of the war right here.
Reload.
IB takes the first casualty of the war, of the battle.
I see something sticking shut out now.
That was a good shot from these men over here. One's down over here.
Line ready. On the line. Check in, same position.
Looks like there's one less guy. Looks like someone died over here as well. It's my bad focusing so much time on that. Three guys down. 4 guys down here. IB's taking a beating. It looks like they're getting kind of focused on.
Readjust on the officer, guys.
Come up on CQB here.
Yeah, by the way.
Yeah, probably should. Oh, already Artie's tearing them up.
They're like 200 meters out. Yard.
Bro, same spot again. Right
Freedom meters.
Take aim.
Roger, roger.
Yards.
Steady.
Take aim.
Steady.
Fire!
Reload.
I saw a bullet hit this here.
This feels
I'm
like
out of
FSB
line. What is
tactics,
this
John.
bullshit?
Here's HL. Looking up the hill at that group of Union men.
One air checks when loaded. Empty.
So we'll see what happens because this is in favor of the defenders right now. They can waste as much time as they want. CSA has to come and get the point soon. So the defenders are doing alright here. So we'll see what happens once the CSA goes to the point. That's what we've been waiting for the last 4 minutes. This game live at 43. So I could see First Delaware Harkin here. Is that Harkin? I could see him bringing his men up. CSA's making their move on the point. They're kind of out of line, these two guys, so. Ninth Corps is going to have a good little shooting gallery on these men who danger close.
You can shoot through the hay, boys. You can shoot through the hay. It's not hard cover.
Oh, good shooting.
Give him hell, boy. Give him hell.
Good shot, Carter.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it.
I saw it too, Carter. Hey, Kowalski's here. The volunteer Kowalski from 51st. Love to see it.
Very good. And you.
And MWB's bringing it forward. So honestly, I think something's gonna have to happen here pretty fast. As soon as the CSA takes the point, the Union's gonna run out onto it, I would imagine. Especially after taking out some of these guys on the hay bales. So yeah, here comes Lewis. So this should be seen by his two friends on the right. The two units on the right should be able to look to the left, see that these guys are moving forward, and should understand that, oh, it's time to move on to point. Looks like perhaps they're going to take a little longer than that. Sorry about the blurriness from that, moving my camera like that. Zoo, 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 some zouaves. And right now it's up to the Union to take back the point. So when will they do it? They should be able to do it here shortly. This is kind of, I feel like we're going to see this over and over again on this map right now. And I don't think there's that big of a deal to do this. I think the defenders will be able to take this point back and just keep resetting back to positions where this is forced over and over again. But the Union needs to try to make a move onto the point.
Let me try.
There it is. There it is. That was a great volley. Took out a good amount of the CSA guys, so if any time to go stand on the point, it's now, I think. All these CSA guys standing in front of the fence back there are making a mistake. The guns are going to come online in 10 minutes or so. I'm joking. But they can break this fence. They can even break these fences. And they can bring the gun all the way up here if they so want. But all they really need to do is bring it to right here. Get it through this snake rail fence. Blast this line. If you can hold this corner, if you can hold this. Oh my goodness! Look at this balance, dude. This is imbalanced as heck. So there's 6, 7 man imbalance right now, which.
See, it kind of counts.
which isn't helping the Union right now because they're just sitting back. And then this battery, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's almost an entire company in balance when it comes to infantry. So if the CSA, I mean, if the Union just forces a melee to retake this point, they could push this entire group down, I believe. And CQB is just running away or making a flanking maneuver. Here is the moving forward onto point. This is, I'd say, a minute too late.
Fire, don't let go.
Oh my god.
Don't let it escape.
And the Unions should be able to retake the point. So the problem with this is going to be these cannons. Once these cannons come online, that's pretty much what this early cap has done. The early cap has taken enough time, giving the CSA more time to position their guns in better positions, reposition their guns into a favorable spot. So what we see is a reset back to neutral positions. I wouldn't be surprised to see 42nd come down here, get further away from the cannons.
One man spacing.
Ooh, that large line by 42nd here is dictating the whole battle here. It's kind of got IB and CQB's attention here, and then I feel like the rest of the Union team is free to do what they want, which right now is to play defensively because they're on defense. So should be a very long match. Same imbalance it's been, 7-man imbalance, but with 7. Ooh, this could be good shooting. They're in the bushes. Well, shoot.
Rear left. Okay. The left is the rear. I know. On the fence.
Get fucked.
Shoot those guys from the northeast. Obviously. Alright, CQB, one hold.
Oh, Jean gets got there.
Forward, IB, forward. It's funny, dudes always win the game, just a tip. We always win.
Ah. CSA's kind of in a good position here. They're in a position to get shot in the back by 42nd, but with the rest of the Union not pushing up. I'd say Union could come use this deflate here and do rising volleys on them if they really wanted. But in the position as defenders, if even one of your guys gets wiped, then it's not a big deal. I mean, it's not that good of a thing. So right here, if you were here and got doing rising volleys and they decided to up and over, I'd say you could run southeast, get to the corner, go to your friends here to 9th Corps, up and over, and just draw them to your friends over there. If you draw the CSA out on the point, it might be a good thing. But this is honestly crazily good by the Union. There's no reason to do anything else but what they're doing. It's kind of unfortunate for the CSA that this is what's happening. The CSA is going to have to try to cap the point again. They're kind of walking themselves into being surrounded. And here's the move.
On the flag, guys. Let's
Come on, gentlemen, come on.
And now HD
Get on
is
the fence, take it back.
42nd is now loaded. It only takes about 14 seconds to load, so now they're moving. So it's not the worst. Now they're gonna face this group. Who can get their shots off first? It comes down to this.
just take the flags. Take it. Got to go.
42nd takes out the flag. This makes sense. Use this depth blade. As CSA, I would move up closer. Good volley from 42nd. Damn. Good stuff.
CQB, push down with Jan.
So this is and there's a call for reinforcements from 42nd here. What's up with the CSA stopping here? Ah, I see. Kind of a fixing force to get some people into the side of him.
Give him the lead they deserve. Give him hell, boys, come on.
That's a really good move by the CSA, but really good artillery hits. Here comes 9th Corps to bring in fresh reinforcements. And first Delaware, they'll come hit him in the side. And they're charging in. Good artillery shot. Very well organized charge. I like the way that looked.
Hey, Kowalski. In that song, that was me.
Where's the rest of the Union? Union's got a charge. Union's got a charge. And they think they've won this here if they just bring their men forward, men and their flags forward. Both teams are going to hit engaged after this. CSA should be able to get their flags out of here. At least the fact that they're slowly pulling these flags back is actually doing them wonders. They're slowly winning this fight. And this favors the CSA wants this in a prolonged fight. So see, the CSA is going to keep running in. unfortunate that he missed the guy who stabbed. Once you get stabbed and you're trying to reload, it just doesn't work as well. So now the Union's getting lined up to go independent fire at these men. Which makes sense, because if you have a group of men trickling in, then independent fire is the way to go. There it is. CSA should be able to coordinate a charge with the next artillery shot,
Rally on jam. Rally
and
on
that
jam.
might be able to win them the next charge. And here it goes. Here's the charge up the left side of the fence.
Fire right.
Now, forward now.
Normal guy comes running out and dies. And the Unions decided to fall back. That seems like a decent idea there. CSA has kind of gotten the advantage in this fight. That was pretty well done tactically. I didn't understand why they stopped, but very good bravery from the flags back there to stand there and keep spawning men in and keep themselves alive. The Union did not push in to kill those flags, so CSA is moving forward. CS artillery is doing good work now that they're in position. And here comes 42nd. Kind of surprised this CQB group. Yeah, that's a big flank by the 42nd there. They're just using this fence. I mean, using this as concealment.
Hey, on our right, on our right, on our right, on our right.
The entire CSA team thought with the two flags in the corn, they thought that was the entire Union team. This flag was hidden, so they were able to come around and kind of surprise them. That was impressive. Or just a mistake from CQB there. But this is the end of the CSA push here, so let's go check out what where the guns ended up. Looks like they just pushed through the first fence here. They didn't want to spend more time. Makes sense. This should be a great spot for.
I'll tell you once we're over, probably. Yeah, we're over on good street on it.
And all these Union men running straight into an artillery shell.
They're coming. They're coming.
Yeah, do not turn around. Just keep running.
They're spreading out.
And there's a good artillery shot. They're not all shells, they're shells case. Ooh, another one. There's shell case and canister. I just call them all shells accidentally. So the CSA is down a flag. It's behind this large Union battle line. So this is still a 7-man imbalance. Oh, it's only a 6-man imbalance now, so not as bad. But this is where the difference is. 8 men on artillery. Those 8 men have to do work. CSA has about 10 minutes, 14 minutes to get this Union into breaking. You want a decent amount of time to take the point after you put the defenders into breaking. Obviously, you don't need a bunch of time if you're planned it correctly, but to dislodge the Union from the point and to take the point takes a good can take a couple of minutes. You want the so I guess what I mean is once the Union goes breaking, if they go breaking, they're forced to kind of come out onto the point, and being out on the point, it's a lot easier to crack the egg when they're on the point already. So you just pepper them down with artillery, and the more time you have, the better you can just pepper them down. And if you're killing more of them than they're killing you, and you're killing them fast enough, then eventually you'll just outnumber them, even with the 13-man imbalance of infantry imbalance.
I'm ready, spaghetti.
They're doing a little stare off here. 42nd has more men, so they're being aggressive here. I think they're just gonna charge. They get a couple guys for how many guys they lost. Not the worst. CQB shifted some guys over to help them. So the CSA walks up here in the beginning of the map because the Union was down there. They were able to easily come forward, take the point. Once the Union's on breaking, it's not going to be the case. If the CSA gets up here, they'll pretty much get the point, in my opinion. So I think another early cap wouldn't be the worst idea in the world, because it would force them off this little corner here. If a small group took the point and forced the Union to react to that, then especially your tickets are slightly lower. Early capping or taking the point again isn't the best idea when you have more tickets than the defenders, because if they retake the point, they'll get their tickets back. I'm loving these 40-second volleys, 40-second PA volleys here.
Brick reloads. Going back, get boy.
Back. On the corner.
Aim at their legs. Aim at the legs. Headed. Aim at the
Hold.
And here it is. This is what I was expecting. So early cap, taking the point. These guys are gonna come take the point. And once they do, the Union will be surrounded. And this is exactly what the CSA needs. They need to be able to get the Union into breaking at some point, so they can take the point and win, because the Union have not been defending the point. So once the Union are breaking, they'll have to completely change their plan, and we'll see if they can even react to holding the point when that becomes the case. So this 42nd is just absolutely dictating this entire fight. They shoot the CSA into taking losses there. Minutes isn't enough to put the Union to put the CSA into last stand. It might be, but I haven't seen any charges. There's been very little melees in this fight. Let's see. Imbalance is getting better. These guys are doing really good with these volleys. They've just been having the flank on these men, the jump on them, and that's where volley fire is effective. If they were just standing there in independent fire, they would be taking a lot more casualties. I'm surprised this is happening here. Oh, never mind. There's a lot more CSA guys here, so just all the Union guys are gonna have to forced to come down this fence. Oh no, some team kill. That was so unfortunate. If that actually hit the Union line, CSA would be so much. What snake rail? Wow. Okay, so I said there wasn't enough time to put CSA in a last stand, but Union's going for the recap already, so. This was crazy. So this is crazy.
Hey, get that flag up.
I don't think this is gonna work out here, man. We're dying.
I don't think we should stay here with the flags.
I think you should run as well.
Yeah. Let's roll on back. Grab.
They could go to the point. That would be the best move from them. Actually, interestingly enough, they do stop the recap. So there is a chance for the Union to, at this rate, it's been 3 minutes since the point has been taken. Just about, once this goal timer hits 9. And they've almost taken an entire morale stage down, so there is a possibility for the Union to last stand the CSA here. Small one. Especially if they bring it up, oh my goodness, this is...
What happened?
Our Joker, they're looking forward.
Watching if... Oh, they didn't want to volley there. That's interesting. That was getting a lot of them. I would have done it as they up and over the fence. Because then you could hit so many of them as they up and over fence. Blindly shooting through this bush, you'd kill a lot of men. If the Union was trying to... Oh my goodness. If the Union was trying to... last stand the CSA, they would force a melee, and they could gamble it all. But if they lose their flags, they would only have 4 minutes to retake the point. So I don't think the Union will be able to last stand the CSA team here. But almost if they don't, they're going to be at a disadvantage. Not really. I lie. They're up a whole morale stage just about. So here's what we're going to see. We're going to see the 42nd do what they did last time. Move up to these bales and retake the point. CSA goes, takes the high ground. 42nd's pretty much dictating the entire...
Prevent any
This battle's gonna go the distance.
Ow!
The Union was almost on pace to put this CSA into last stand, but not quite so. Just that one exchange at the corner. CSA is getting greedy here. They're moving in 2 different directions. First Delaware kind of exposed themselves by coming over the wall, but I guess they're not being I guess they're being ignored. IB is getting shredded running across the field here. Great artillery shot. This is the moment. If the CSA mass charge now, while all the Union were down from that, look at how many of those guys died. We have 9th Corps here as a reserve force. They should be adding themselves to the firefight here. I think they could finish this kill box, and then they completely surround the CSA here. Union needs to do something here. They're kind of behind. They're getting shot at and they're not shooting, so what's happening is they're not having as many people spawn. Well, they're having more people spawn. They're not gaining reinforcements back as fast. You need to maintain that killing those troops. You need to keep the casualty rate high so the respawn rate is low. Gene gonna make these hits, land these hits. He's trying his hardest. Union falls back.
Down.
Every shot counts here. You need to land every single shot you can as the Union here, if they really want to win this the way. This has been one hell of an attempt to recapture the point. This is good for the Union. Unfortunately, the cannons are going to be a problem for these men here. But that is one grouped up clump of CSA. And yes, that's the problem with being grouped up. Lots of men die at once there. Couple more volleys from 42nd there. Should open up the door for a charge and retake the point. This is a complete kill box from the Union has. And all the Union's taken from it is some artillery fire on the 42nd. So if the rest of the Union can keep dropping these CSA guys. They're not doing it fast enough.
Hold me. Hold me, please. Oh, hunt, go.
Get away from me.
Ooh, Union flag down. 42nd here is have a lot of manpower down. A lot of their manpower has been killed here. They need to fall back, regroup. But in the same vein, that give the CSA a chance to regroup. I'd say a big push through this hole in the fence. I just don't see Union taking this point back for some reason. They were winning this whole round and now they're going to be at breaking. So even if they take the point back, all the CSA has to do is retake and then the CSA wins. So with this incredible amount of flag respawn, the CSA is just dying with all their tickets and they don't need to care about it. They have the flags, so at some point the melee is going to need to be called and there's going to need to be a mass charge on the CSA here, and if they can put the CSA into last stand and take the point, they will win. I believe that's how that works. So you have groups of Union guys getting closer. The artillery missed. That's huge for 42nd here. Every single shot that the artillery misses, that's more guys spawning, and that's just the amount of fire, the rate of fire 42nd has here on the CSA in the middle. It is causing there to be a numbers advantage for the Union now. So here's the charge called from the Union. Union should run south. If they do not run south, then they aren't doing so hot. So first developer, they're gonna hold. Flag's running away in the poor direction. The rest of the Union's moving in. So this is what needs to happen. Is MWB 9th Corps needs to move in. This flag ran the wrong way. It needed to run towards friendlies, which I guess that's not bad. Right here was a good place. Spawned in an officer. 42nd gets nice up close and personal. And now they call the charge. They're charging the CSA in the side. I don't think there's enough Union men here. The rest of the Union stayed back. It was not a consolidated effort. These officers, these Union officers, and 9th Corps and I guess I'm 23 seconds behind because it's slow motion and it's like the game's ending. Oh, it's not slow motion, my bad. CSA wins. CSA wins. Crazy game there. The Union was not able to retake the point. Unfortunate that the flag of this group here ran to the northeast. This group should have all ran together instead of standing and dying. If they ran towards their friendlies at the fence line in the to the left of them, I think it would have been a lot more, a layered defense like that would have worked a lot better. Because as you're running away, your friends get some nice shots on them, pulls the CSA further out of position, and your guys would still be alive for the last little push on the point. So unfortunate from the Union that they dropped that game, but it was close. So what happens here, this strategy of holding back and forcing the CSA to cap seemed to be smart. It just, once the CSA did cap that last time, they were not able to bring it back. The coordinated effort to take it back was a little lackluster. 9th Corps came a little too late with MWB, but good match nonetheless. Casualties a lot more for the CSA. Zoo. And well, I'll see you. I'm gonna pause it, and we'll be right back for a second round. Alright, here we are. We're on map 2, round 2 of the blue and gray event. We got Jean for HL, Rosad, CQB, First Lieutenant Jerry for IB, Officer Acorn on HL, second officer, 6-man on battery for CSA. And for the Union, you have First Lieutenant Lewis for the 42nd PA. You've got Colonel Tink for MWB. You've got First Delaware, First Lieutenant Berger leading First Delaware, and you got French Turst leading small line of 9th Corps guys. And you got Mattis on the guns here, it looks like him. So we are live. We've been live for 15 seconds. Union spawning over there is kind of interesting. They got to run across a big open field. CSA's taking advantage of it. Are they going to able to get a shot off? No. Union are attackers. What I've seen in pubs is an attack on these rocks over here. A forward attack. A long battle line that's just able to step forward into the point. A long skirmishing line. I've seen that work a good amount of times. But this is more traditional. Holding on the hill.
Are you old enough to be?
I think so. I'm
Okay,
65.
Oh shit. 65 years young.
Yeah. I'm too young to die.
Sorry for exposing you there.
Check.
This is favoring the CSA right now. This is the opposite of what was happening last map. CSA doesn't mind hanging out, not getting shot at. Huzzah! Union's making a push out.
Yeah, no, but I hope, you know, for your sake that Lt.terkoiz, you know, make a win.
And HL's making a move forward.
They're charging, Padro. Aim to the knees, aim to the knees with this piece of shit going. Stay here.
CSA got the better of that volley. I think they took out more Union men than the Union took out of them. And so, in just basic strategy, basic tactics, that means there's more CSA muskets bearing down on this line now. So, I think the Union will slowly lose this fight, though the CSA has less tickets than the Union. So perhaps they'll still lose tickets at an unfavorable rate. We'll see what happens. But yeah, I don't think the Union has enough men to hold this forward position.
Southeast!
Oh no.
Good shooting by 42nd here.
Joker, you have to get in the front. Nice shot there, Joker.
They just they absolutely shred that unit of IB there. IB moved themselves too forward. They lose their flag. Jerry's the only one left. CS Union has to hold that position and turn and face this HL. Are they going to do it? They're getting charged.
Oh shit, that's the big
CSA charges in. Kinda spread out. So the rest of the Union, if they come reinforce this with their pistols, if French Toast, this is up. French Toast lost the duel. Uncle Dragon. Epic Chancer, Joker, Union, good reaction to what happened there. The rest of them need to run in. The flag's running in like he's supposed to. This is what you're supposed to do, is bring the flag to the front if you can. You want people to see what's happening when they spawn. You don't want people to have to be confused and not know what's happening. Press R and just wait. You don't want people to just reload where they spawn. You want them to get in line, and so if they can't see the line, and then chain of command starts breaking down, but
Oh my god!
It's okay. It's okay. You're okay.
I would usually expect to see the Union to early cap, but with this ticket lead at this time, I don't think they have to. If they can just keep getting wins like that, but that's hard to do. Hard to keep consistently winning the charges like that. It requires a mistake, and it looks like the mistake might happen again here. The artillery is pushed really far forward. IB is again far forward, kind of baiting in 42nd to charge. So if 42nd was to commit to that, it would have been fatal, it looks like, because the rest of the CSA was responding to it. So good move by 42nd. They've been doing really good today. Good move by 42nd to not move into that trap. Oof.
Voice crack, scream, dog,
Well, I hope my voice wouldn't crack when I got blasted by artillery, but it probably would.
Where are we going?
Fall back, now.
Zoo, hit him again. Fa blah.
Yeah, that was cracking me up, bro.
Get that left on pop.
Sprints on pause.
Oh, they come. Focus on the Gerald. On the dirty heading. Make sure you're buried.
Alright, this is looking good. CSA is kind of pulling themselves back on the ticket advantage. This could be big for if CQB gets their loads before 42nd gets here.
Here they come. They're coming up the hill.
42nd kind of shot a little early, but they're running back. They didn't kind of peek across the crest of that hill as much as CQB expected. But now CQB has their loads, so MWB is in a pickle. Oh, good job getting their shots off first by MWB. That kind of saved them a little bit. Two or three less people were able to shoot their guns because of that, so that was a good little jump the gun on that. And here comes freaking first Delaware.
Call that man out for dying.
That man just got. Oh, Jesus Christ. R.I.P. to Cunningham right here.
Not very successful volley there, but it did hold that CSA group in position. 40 seconds now up here, shooting left oblique. CSA is responding really good here. They're moving up. CSA is clawing back on tickets, so whatever they're doing here is working. They're working as a team. They're shooting it out. They're making it happen. And they're shifting again. So the CSA has done a really good job this map, just moving back and forth. Got HL moving back. CSA is making a move for the left side. This group of guys, they're aiming for quite a while.
The game.
Where?
Get out and shoot.
Not the worst move there. They were able to draw some fire and let their team reposition here in a long battle line. 42nd really took advantage of MWB's positioning there. That was really well done by 1st Delaware and 42nd to get in this line as fast as they did. So it might happen again. I would move a smaller line forward, have them volley, you get shot at, and then move your line forward, these two. So either 1st Delaware or MWB again. These guys took their volley. That was a massive volley from both lines here. And here's the smaller group going forward to draw some fire.
Like straight up.
Very well, very well done by MWB to counter that rising volley from the CSA. So that was really well timed. That it's pretty obvious when it was pretty well done because 42nd did a volley and that baited a rising volley from the other team, and CKB was able to, or MWB was able to. Those are really good shots for how fast they aim and shot. That was a lot of dead guys right there.
They'll never see us coming.
Will never know that.
At this point, the Union's not doing enough work, I don't think. It comes down to the CSA has to make another mistake and be able to get charged out. 9th Corps is probably going to have to start doing... 9th Corps and 1st Delaware are going to start having to shoot some more stuff. Just they're going to have to start actually killing some more of the CSA.
Well, France is in command for a change, and yeah, that's what happens. I actually kind of like it because now I survive more without being in command. I think I'll have to do this more.
Yeah, I can take over the
We
Sunday.
should just take over all events.
Here.
I'm gonna have to go.
Spread out.
42nd has a really nice line here with 1st Delaware on their right. I think this is exactly how you need to play with a line like 1st Delaware's. Just hang out with a bigger line. Just alternate with them. Just work with them. 42nd's kind of opened their flank to the CSA though. That was a mistake from the 42nd. Huge mistake from 42nd. Let's see what happens. But 1st Delaware is here to play with them at least. So here's 1st Delaware to follow up.
Turn around quick.
Are they out of bounds?
Who else do we have?
Well, that was an impressive CSA shot from the guns.
Yes.
I'm not sure which one, but
Push
nice
us
shot.
forward like quite a bit.
That was a nice shot. CSA is not really making a move off of it. They really can't because this respawn on the flags are so crazy. And of course, just hanging out in the bush still.
Let's wait for the to get their loot.
Having fun in the bush. And there's a push by 42nd on CQB here. Let's see, MWB slightly behind them. The rest of the CSA is on their way in with HLs, bringing HL Major Jeans coming in. Just lining up his men to volley. I think they used their shots, didn't hit much, but they have the bayonets and they should be able to clean up. They're going straight for these Union flags. Joker's going down. Magnus, he runs the fact. Uncle Dragon's gonna get the flag, maybe. Uncle Dragon does not get the flag. He gets blasted by Acorn instead.
You came at me.
He wasn't gonna do it, bro. Interesting choice by this CSA group to go in behind. I think Defenders lost more tickets there, but with it being almost at you'd want the CSA to be taking losses at like 25, perhaps, to be feeling really good about yourself, being really pretty good about the. But now 2 Union flags are down up here in the front, so you might get CSA to taking loss in the next 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes, but I mean, I'd say it's pretty likely. The shootouts have been pretty even. These 2 rounds we've watched so far, 1.5 rounds.
Yeah, but the flags.
Y'all did. That was a nice canister y'all had there.
Hell yeah, bro.
Look at that. Oh my goodness. Well, more like that, and then so the Union's on a really good pace here. They were trying to early cap, or perhaps not. But I'm saying another 10 minutes and the CSA hits braking. So at 17-minute black timer, that's my guess, is when the CSA hits braking. Ah, they pushed the guns up here. Look at that. You know what would be important here? So if one of these guys who is loading or holding the shell here, if they had seen, if they're looking over this way and saw that group go into the woods, they could say 1 flag went into the woods. Sorry about the movement here. Yeah, they would have seen 1 flag go into the woods. It's really important just looking and seeing.
Casually walking, right shoulder shift.
Let's see what the imbalance is. It's exactly balanced right now. Really well done. 48 versus 48. Just under 100-man server. Hagerstown Turnpike. So I'm surprised the union's going over here for this. They're ahead in tickets. I don't know why they would want to take the point. They're just trying to get their flags back. So they get one. They get a second. But they're all gonna die. I don't see the purpose of it. I mean, it's not that bad actually. We'll see what happens with the remainder of the Union has to get in there and help out. Union flag boy needs to run. Well, I don't understand what's happening with those Union flags, but they're getting out.
That's crazy.
I killed him, but I killed my officer.
They're gonna take the point accidentally. Are they saying stuff about not taking point? Maybe it's a... They need to get everyone off point. They don't want to take point. I wouldn't think they would want to take point. Oh shit! Oh no, the Union took point! Oh, they throw. Oh, they're throwing. Oh no! The flags ran through the point. They spawned people on point. Shame on you guys. Not really, but... What are they doing? Run. This is crazy. CSA just gained back so many tickets from that. That's just... just a huge blunder by the Union to charge through the point to get their flags back. They could have waited. Huge blunder. Run around crap, Jesus. Bruh. That was just the greed for those flags was what caused that. Lack of planning on the way to get them out. Perhaps there's a mistake
Buck.
in communication. Oh, good job shooting that after they retook the point. So that gives you the ticket lead again. That was well-timed artillery to shoot that after the point was recaptured, before the CSA gained their tickets back. So. It's anyone's game now. It's anyone's game. Sorry for the alt tabbing out. Come on, back to the game. There we go. Kind of a stalemate here for a second. The Union's gonna hang out on this, kind of yell at each other, I imagine.
You all have great beards.
Yep.
They're not yelling at each other. They seem to have good morale. So what now? Talking about each other's beards. CSA's got to have great morale. But after a move like that from the Union, it could make them a little cocky, a little over ambitious here, overconfident, you know. But the Union's making the same mistake again. Running straight in there, though the CSA did just... Yeah, zoo. But the Union's making us... Actually, this fixing force, that's interesting that they stopped. Now they're going to right face charge. That's kind of really well done. I like it. I don't like stopping in front of a bunch of enemies, but it drew the CSA out and around to your side, and then you were able to charge a smaller group in the front. The Union's going to lose this charge. Union loses their flags to the charge. And they lose the ticket exchange there, so it's up to... Where's this flag going? He teleported, that's pretty funny. The flag died on point. That's unfortunate. So now it's up to this artillery. They aren't ready to shoot yet. Artillery fire. Hello? Hello, artillery. Wake up. I mean, I see the problem actually. You don't have much. You've used all your...
It's like my job right now.
Makes sense, not using too much. Here it is.
I'm sorry, don't shoot me.
Nada. Unfortunate. It's okay though. Next one will work. So Union spawns main. I'm main spawn over here is kind of crazy. CSA's able to survive for now. Union guns are kind of missing the mark right now.
Whoa.
They've had some really good hits, so you can't hit them all.
Yeah, I bet it was.
I think that was Moonstein.
What? What?
Snap just back there holding the fucking flag.
So I think
Oh no.
that's why I said
Ah.
Check. Gene, watch this. I'll get one from here.
We,
Did he have any hardtack in his kit? Get it. Where's his water? I've been starving. I'm malnourished.
Oh, I can see him.
You love
New
it.
Yorkers over there.
Damn, they are.
They're doing it again. Union's just doing it again. All they need to do is put CSA into taking losses and then take breaking and then take the point. Look at how spread out this Union charge is. It's just I don't think it's ever gonna work like this. 40-second charges to the left. It might open up the right. It was just a small group of 40 seconds. Let's see. Three Union guys getting behind the enemy line, taking down flags. That's pretty big, actually. CSA with the counter charge. These three flags running towards point. This time it is huge because if they're able to spawn guys on the, if they're able to repeat the mistake they had last time by just spawning guys in, they're gonna win. 3. Did they win? It looks like they did. Union barely wins by repeating the same thing they did last time. They were able to come get the flags, run the flags through the point, flags spawn people on the point, and make it hard to recap the point. CSA was not close enough. They needed to be holding more on the point, probably further in front of those Union flags. Well done by the Union there. I thought it was a mistake and that was never going to work. It didn't work in the sense that they lost the charge, but they won the match. So, zoo, GG. This gun being brought up to the hill takes a while. Takes about 8 minutes, maybe 7. But then once you're there, it looks like you're shooting pretty. Good shots. So let's see what the I'm expecting a 90 difference in casualties, just like the other map. The attackers lost about 80 more guys in the last map, but this time it looks like the attackers kind of held out a little better. Only a 21-man difference in casualties, so that's pretty crazy. 42 men out of line dying is pretty big, but that's how it happens when you're charging and charging and charging. Interesting match. I enjoyed it. Zoo, and I'll see you in the next one. Turkoiz out. Peace.